Welcome back, Bepro Network Bulls. Today, for you, I've got an exclusive Q&A session with our CEO, Mario Alves, and our head of community, João David, regarding Bepro Network's public roadmap and a general overview of the acquisition and the merge between Bepro x TAIKAI. We've got some really insightful information from both team members in this video, alongside some juicy information for next week, okay? So nice time-sensitive news just for you. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Thank you, first of all, for being here. It's a pleasure to share our roadmap, the things that we've been building, and what are our plans for the future of both BEPRO Network and TAIKAI. So, real pleasure to be here. So, without further ado, I would like to start addressing some of these questions. We got our own João David, our head of community, that is able to help me out also to answer some of your questions. So I think it will be a very pleasant Q&A. I hope you like it. So starting off with the first question, what are the overall goals for TAIKAI, both short-term and long-term? Have TAIKAI Network's goals changed since the merger? Well, this is a very interesting question because I think it was a very fortunate coincidence that both TAIKAI Labs and BePro Labs were physically in the same country. It was also a very pleasant coincidence that myself and Rui have been friends for quite some time. I've been helping Rui when he was kicking Bet Protocol, and before that there was another project called SoundBet. So we really knew each other quite well, and basically it has come to a point in which we said, okay, we are actually sharing the same vision. So to answer to this question, basically TAIKAI Labs' vision goes in line with the original vision set out for both companies. As a matter of fact, it just got bigger by joining forces and by merging the two companies.
So as we've just heard, Mario Alves has had deep connections to BePro Network's history, going all the way back before it even rebranded into BePro Network, as it was Bet Protocol. And like you stated, it's almost like a magical coincidence that both companies were in the same country, sharing the same vision, but just perfecting different aspects of this vision, merging together to make one overall super product for these Web3 and Web2 based companies. The merge between these two companies can only be a good thing. They can only help boost each other's potential reach in terms of what they can achieve.
So in terms of short-term goals, our focus is to keep improving our current bounty offer, specifically BePro Network as a product, but also the white label version of it, or as I like to call it, development DAO as a service. So we'll have very interesting news coming soon on this front. So just grab your seats and buckle your seatbelts, because I believe that you'll be very happy when these news arrive.
Exciting stuff, but that's not yet that's not the juicy information that I promised you. But going back to what you said, this is fantastic. Okay, they're committed in the short term to building the best product they can in terms of BePro.js and the white labeling feature, which we know I am a huge advocate for. This white label feature has so much potential. It is unfathomable, okay?
But in terms of long term, so we have this crazy vision of building a complete offer for each Web3 project development roadmap, starting, of course, with BePro.js as the tool to kickstart projects. We'll also have more news about this next week. and also BEPRO Network, of course, to help companies, DAOs, and even individuals to outsource the development of their projects. And finally, hackathons to find new ideas or solutions to be added to this roadmap. So basically, this is like a roadmap that typical Web3 companies have. And we believe that we can address all of these requests by having this builder hub or this developer hub in which you can find many different options and offers inside. So this all culminates into building a Web3 developer economy and eventually conquering the Web3 space as a whole. So this is our long-term goal.
And that is just fantastic for us, okay? BePro Network is committed to being the number one place for not only Web3 based companies to create something great, but the onboarding of Web2 based companies into the Web3 space as well. Any need that may arise during a project's roadmap will be addressable within BePro Network. We will have a solution for any of your problems, okay? This is the message that is being told going forth for the future of BePro Network. With the merge of TAIKAI's current tech of system into BePro Network, we will be unstoppable and we will be the number one builder hub for web-based applications.
And I know that you all are excited about the Web3 space and you're all excited about BePro actually being this very huge brand inside the Web3 ecosystem. But will it stop there? Obviously not. So, because we truly believe that we can also help Web2 companies, as we've been doing inside TAIKAI, to transition into this space as well. So this is a very tiny space that it can only get bigger. And we believe that we actually play a significant role in it. So for us, the future is actually limitless on the possibilities of what we're able to do and the revolution that we're seeing in the Web3 space.
This is where TAIKAI comes into play, okay? The onboarding of well-established Web2 based companies is something that no one else is doing. We are pioneers in the space, okay? And the connections that TAIKAI have within this ecosystem are phenomenal, okay? They have already seen phenomenal results in the Web2 space. So just imagine what we can achieve alongside them.
Then we have another question. The question is, from BePro Network scope, will the project have a sustainable development of new features in the coming years? Being a Web3 based, what does TAIKAI's project wish to achieve of its merger with BePro? And what are the plans both projects have put together for the expansion of their communities? So we are pretty much focused on developing the best backbone and infrastructure possible to make it sustainable for each company and decentralized automated organization or individual to use BePro Network as they see fit. However, the project is not ours to keep. Call us crazy, but we truly believe that the only way forward is to practice what we preach, and that involves having the community to develop new features of the product alongside with us.
Yes, sure. I can add some things as well. So regarding the merger, and I think this is like a topic that I can also address. Our plan is actually very simple. So we want to keep TAIKAI Labs as the main studio to further develop projects like BePro Network and BePro.js, and eventually blend it in with our current hackathon platform in order to have a complete offer for both projects and developers that want to participate in our network. Considering that we don't believe that we should have both projects and communities separate, our goal is actually to unify both under the BePro Network brand and to further increase the utility of the BePro token. So our plan is actually unifying. So this merger is actually a true join of forces between the two teams and eventually the two products and eventually, of course, the two communities.
And this is just a message echoed countless times for BePro Network, and that is that we will have the best product on the market for the development of Web2 and Web3 based companies. We will fuel the future of the developer economy. And it starts with the merge of BePro Network and TAIKAI's current individual systems into one fully fledged development framework for all aspects of a web-based project.
So we also have another question, and it states, following the merger, was there any growing demand for BePro Network from other companies? What kind of companies are most interested in BePro's tech? Okay, this is an interesting question. I think that I can grab this one as well. So yes, I'll tell you on a little secret, but let's keep it between us or not.
I'm all ears.
We'll soon launch the first white label of BePro Network for a big chain in the market.
Just listen to the smile in his voice while he's saying that. Music to my ears. Honestly, this is some of the most exciting news I've heard for BePro Network with my entire time following this project. Okay, we all know I'm excited for the white label forkability of our DAO framework. It's coming to life. This is the first example of a new project using our technology. Okay. Now, we can all speculate on who this will be, but I'll leave that up to you guys in the comments. I personally have an idea on who it may be based on what Web3 based projects have worked with TAIKAI in the past, but it is purely speculation. Leave who you think it will be down in the comments below if you have any ideas or speculation on who this could possibly be. I'm really curious to hear what our community members think on this news and who they think it will be, because it's just phenomenal. And like I said, just listen to the smile in his voice while he's saying this.
So we will start with onboarding more and more Web3 companies first, but soon Web2 companies, as I mentioned, will also be able to use our tech as well. So that's the plan, and that's our focus, at least for now.
And yet it somehow seems to get better. I don't know how it's possible, but BePro Network just keeps moving the goalposts further and further away and just keeps consistently bringing out phenomenal news time and time again. Okay, not only will we see the first use of a white labeled version of our technology, but following this, we will have more Web3 companies using this feature alongside Web2 based companies being able to use our technology. Okay, I'm truly speechless.
Okay, skipping to question number 6, from the team's scope, what has been the biggest benefit of the BePro and TAIKAI merger to date? Well, as always, and as João also mentioned, we should practice what we preach. So what we truly believe is that success is collective and collaborative. Otherwise, we wouldn't believe in total decentralization as we do. So at the end of the day, for us, the biggest benefit and asset is the people that work alongside you. And in that aspect, I can definitely say that we are blessed to join forces with the BePro team. So I couldn't be more happy with my current team, which of course include the team members that we already have from TAIKAI, and now the BePro side and the BePro team, which, to be honest, we don't see any difference at all. So at the moment, we actually and truly feel like we're part of the same team. That was our focus from day one. And now we believe that together we are so much better and we can build so many beautiful things. So that's our vision, and I hope that addresses this question.
And this is just what we want to hear. Okay, how it's really nice to hear how seamless and how well the integration and the merge of the two labs has gone between TAIKAI Labs and BePro Labs. I'm glad the team has gotten along very well with each other, and that they haven't even noticed the merge. It's almost like they've been working together for years. It's evident from that alone that they work together very well, and the feedback they give each other bounces off very positively between one another. And I'm sure there's been some very insightful conversations that have been going on between different team members. The merge of the two teams have just added such a vast array of expertise with so many talented individuals covering different aspects of BePro Network. It's evident it's been a very pleasant experience for all team members.
So skipping to question number 7. May I ask one of you for a few words about any core plans behind BePro's network's integration into TAIKAI's current ecosystem, and whether there is a future possibility of build with BePro Hackathon? Okay, that's a very cool suggestion. At the moment, as we said and as we've been mentioning along the way, we've been fully focused on bringing version 2 live and planning version 3 also, where we will have a full-blown product mixing hackathons and bounties in the same space. Having said that, along with this roadmap and vision, hosting a hackathon for BePromoters is actually a good idea that we've already validated with marketing, with João David, and we'll want to go forward with that. So we're still working on the categories, the dates, so we can't really have a concrete answer to that, but we'll definitely share more details soon.
This was my personal contribution to the Q&A, so I'm thankful that the team went into detail about this topic. Like we've been saying the entire time, and like they've stated, TAIKAI's tech systems will be fully integrated into BePro Network, okay? We will unify and become one outstanding product on the market, okay? And this Build with BePro Hackathon is just so exciting and such a great opportunity for our most active members within the community to finally get involved in the technical side of BePro Network. I'm sure there are going to be many, many members of the community who are going to be ready and roaring to take part in such a fantastic opportunity.
So, skipping to question 8, can we get to know more in terms of how everyone settled in after the merger? Did the acquisition bring any ideas or new features for the project which haven't yet been made public? Okay, so I've been addressing all of these questions, and well, you can say that I'm a little biased, of course, because I'm the CEO and I'm one of the co-founders, and I actually wanted this to happen, and I don't see like any other possible way, looking back, to do it differently. But I would pass the word to our friend João David, because I believe he could add a few words to this question as well.
Oh, thank you. So on this topic, we can tell you that on the team's front, we couldn't be more aligned, and the merger in terms of team member integration went so smooth, we didn't even notice the company changed. However, building great products takes time, independently of having a bigger team now, as our focus is to build something that works and is scalable for our users. Having more people inside the team with different visions, backgrounds, and perspectives certainly help to increase the number of ideas and new potential features. Some of them are simple tweaks, some of them are bigger, but we will include them on our roadmap when the time is right.
So it's just lovely to hear how well the team has settled in with one another. I'm glad they found this transition as seamless as possible and that they've been getting on with each other really well. Like João just stated, there has been some very beneficial ideas thrown back and forth between one another that have been validated and that will be added to the public roadmap when the time comes. So the future is exciting for BePro Network, and a huge congratulations on both BePro Labs and TAIKAI Labs for such a successful merge of the two companies. I hope you've all enjoyed this little Q&A session from the team. I'm very thankful that they took the time out of their days to give the community the opportunity to be involved in something like this. This was a reward for members of the Ambassador Program. So if you would like to take part in sessions like this, well, all you need to do is to become an active member in the BePro Network community, join the Discord, join the Telegram, start posting some things on Twitter, maybe even make some educational material or build connections for BePro Network, and then there will be opportunities to join the Ambassador Program in the future. If you have any questions regarding any of the things that were stated in this video, then please put your questions down in the comment sections. I will, once again, be very active in the comment sections. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one, BePro Bulls.